While most everyone in the world is concerned with heaven and hell, Hindu philosophy describes a total of 14 lokas or realms, and the most fascinating part, hell is not even part of these 14 lokas. Hell exists outside of the 14 lokas, and hell itself has 28 varieties, which would be a topic for another video. Today, in this video, we will talk about all the 14 lokas and their distinct features. Before we proceed, please don't forget to subscribe, share and like. We'll start with the number one, the top of the top list, called Satyaloka or Brahmaloka, the highest, purest planetary system in the universe and the ultimate realm of absolute truth. It is the eternal radiant abode of creator Brahma. This loka exists outside the realm of old age, death, pain, anxiety. Time here operates on a massive scale. One day of Brahma equals 4.32 billion human years. This loka is reserved for highly advanced souls who have achieved near perfect spiritual realization, such as lifelong celibate ascetics, pure sages, and those who practice intense selfless devotion. From here, souls achieve krama mukti, progressive liberation, and merge into absolute consciousness without ever returning to the cycle of rebirth. Next comes Tapoloka, the realm of intense spiritual penance and unyielding mental focus. Illuminated by pure consciousness rather than material suns, this realm is so elevated that its inhabitants easily survive the pralaya. Pralaya in this context means periodic elemental dissolution of the lower worlds, or in other words, reset. The beings in Tapoloka are not bothered by any calamities of the world. This loka is reserved for great ascetics, mystics and yogis who have completely mastered tapas or yagna. Tapas in this context is the spiritual heat generated through self-discipline, renunciation and deep meditation, sometimes over multiple lifetimes. Then comes Janaloka, the realm of cosmic intelligence and creation's origin point. This is the dwelling place of the Prajapatis and the Saptarishis, the 7 great cosmic sages. You can think of Janaloka as the laboratory where the greatest minds of the sacred wisdom of Vedas and laws of nature preserve and propagate the universe laws. This loka is reserved for pure, untainted souls who have transcended physical desires, including the mind-born sons of Brahma, like the Sanat Kumaras, and also for the individuals who have achieved flawless, continuous meditation on the cosmic mind. Then comes Mahaloka, the great transit boundary layer between the higher spiritual spheres and the lower material worlds. It is a vast, long-lasting realm inhabited by highly elevated saints. While its residents survive the partial destruction of earth, they are still close enough to the lower worlds to witness their dissolution, experience a deep, compassionate stress for the suffering of lower beings. Although they themselves are not impacted by the destruction, they feel the emotion and also the pain when a destruction happens. This is reserved for souls who have accumulated immense spiritual and moral merit through massive, perfectly executed Vedic rituals, selfless service and advanced yoga, but who still have trace of attachment to the phenomenal universe. Then comes Svargaloka. Everyone knows and have fantasized about Svarga, the classic celestial paradise or heaven of rewards. Governed by Indra, the king of gods, this radiant world features magnificent crystal palaces, the wish-fulfilling tree Kalpavriksha, the divine cow Kamadhenu, and the celestial musicians Gandharvas. It is an environment of flawless sensory pleasure and joy. This is reserved for righteous human souls who strictly followed Dharma on earth, performed acts of charity, and conducted rituals to gain religious merit. However, residence here is temporary. Once a soul's good karma bank account runs out, they are reborn back on earth. Then comes Bhuvarloka. This is not Bhuloka, this is Bhuvarloka, the atmospheric or subtle astral plane connecting earth to the heavens. Think of it as ether. This is a vast invisible space between earth and the sun. This plane functions primarily as a cosmic transit corridor. It is a subtle, semi-material world where the physical laws of earth do not apply. It is inhabited by semi-divine beings, advanced mystics, siddhas, and pitris, the spirits of righteous ancestors. It is also the immediate resting and sorting ground for souls who have just departed their physical bodies on earth. Then comes Bhuloka, the earth where we live, the gross physical plane of matter containing our planet, visible multiple stars and galaxies. As we all know, Bhuloka consists of dense mixture of pleasure, pain, light, darkness, virtues and vices. This is where humans incarnate, as some believe, to score karmic points, if you want to say that. As you may have guessed, this is inhabited by ordinary souls born by samsara, the cycle of rebirth, whose previous lives contained a relatively equal balance of good and bad deeds. Souls in higher heavens or lower hells must eventually take a human birth if they wish to alter their spiritual trajectory or to attain final liberation. So, Earth is literally in the center between all the realms. So, from Bhuloka to Brahmaloka are called upper realms or Urdhvalokas. The lower 7 subterranean realms are called Adoloka. Remember, this is not hell. This is still considered as Svarga, just below Svarga. The first of these subterranean realms is Atala, the first subterranean level representing the height of unchecked worldly luxury. This loka is ruled by demon Bala. This realm features intoxicating drinks and boundless opportunities for sensory gratification. It is a beautifully constructed seductive trap where pleasure completely replaces spiritual meaning. Souls who, while on earth, lived entirely for immediate ego gratification, wealth and material luxury, carrying heavy materialistic impressions, samskaras, into the death without any desire for spiritual growth, are bound to Atala. Then comes Vitala, the subterranean realm of material radiance and artistic wealth. This loka is ruled by a unique form of Lord Shiva, Harabhava. Alongside celestial musicians, this world is famous for Hataki river, which produces a brilliant supernatural gold. The entire realm glows with opulent architecture and ornamentation. Those obsessed with highly aesthetic luxury, gold, hoarding immense physical treasures, and those who viewed divinity merely as a tool to gain material power inhabit this loka. Then comes Sutala, a deeply pious and highly revered subterranean paradise. It is the kingdom of legendary demon King Bali, who was famously outsmarted by Vishnu's dwarf avatar Vamana. Because Bali surrendered everything with complete grace and humility, Vishnu turned this realm into a paradise far grander than Indra's heaven and personally stands guard at its gates. This is reserved for people who practice immense charity, honor their vows flawlessly, and possess profound humility despite holding immense worldly power or wealth. Then comes Talatala, the capital of cosmic engineering, technology and illusion. This realm is domain of Maya Danava, the legendary master architect and sorcerer of the cosmos. It features mind-bending cities, advanced celestial weaponry and highly sophisticated illusions, Maya, that can make artificial structures look indistinguishable from reality. This is reserved for highly intelligent individuals, advanced technologists, scientists and inventors who use their minds entirely to manipulate the material world, as well as those fascinated by illusion, sorcery and mechanical mastery. Then comes the 12th loka, Mahatala, the subterranean world of coiled protective powers. This is the home of the ancient, powerful, multi-hooded serpent being known as Nagas. They possess massive mystical strength, grand jewel-encrusted cities and live in a state of perpetual low-grade tribal tension and defensiveness. This loka is reserved for beings driven by deep-seated tribal loyalty, defensiveness and those who possess massive strength but were prone to continuous underlying anger, protectionism and territorial grudges. Then comes Rasatala, the heavily fortified stronghold of cosmic opposition, inhabited by Daityas and Danavas, who are powerful clans often at war with heavenly devas, is a realm of immense physical strength, highly disciplined military strategy and rigid organization, acting as the permanent opposition party of the universe. This loka is reserved for highly capable, organized and powerful individuals who actively rebelled against natural cosmic order, Dharma, choosing to live by the law of raw power, conflict and ego-driven dominance. And then we reach the 14th loka called Patala, the ultimate foundation floor of the cosmic skyscraper. You may think Patala might be dark, but contrary to the popular belief, Patala is brilliantly illuminated by massive glowing gemstones encrusted directly on the hoods of great serpent kings like Vasuki. At its absolute center sits Shesha, Ananta Shesha, the infinite 1,000-headed serpent whose coiled body supports the weight of all 14 realms above. This loka is reserved for souls deeply immersed in mysteries of deep earth, raw material energy and profound hypnotic levels of physical existence. As you can see, when the entire world's religions are stuck between hell and heaven, maybe earth, Hindu philosophy described 14 lokas, and this does not even include hell. Hell itself exists below Patala Atala, and hell is made up of 28 varieties. We will discuss about what those 28 varieties are, what kind of sins get you to what kind of hell in another episode. Don't forget to subscribe, share and like. We'll see you in the next video.
Like, share, subscribe.